Music is the soul's language. It transcends borders, time, even reality. And few projects have embodied that truth as purely as Walt Disney's Fantasia. Symphonic masterpiece that defied the conventions of cinema and animation. But behind the wonder is a history of innovation, controversy, resurrection, and reimagination. This is the journey of Fantasia. In 1940, Disney Studios released Fantasia, an ambitious blend of classical music and groundbreaking animation. 8 segments, including The Sorcerer's Apprentice, captured the imaginations of audiences. Yet among its brilliance lay controversy.
There's this duality in Fantasia. It's whimsical, but then you look back and realize, whoa, there were some problematic elements too.
One such element was the character Sunflower, a young black centaurette depicted with racist caricature. Though intended as comic relief in 1940, her portrayal was steeped in stereotypes.
Sunflower's depiction was unacceptable, even for the time. Disney ultimately removed her from future releases, including the version on Disney+. A right move, but a reminder that media must evolve.
60 years later, Fantasia 2000 emerged. Vibrant successor blending music and modern animation. Pieces like Rhapsody in Blue and a fiery take on Firebird's Suite spoke to a new generation.
That Firebird segment, it's breathtaking, emotional storytelling without words. That's magic.
Though less experimental, it rekindled the original's intent to merge high art with entertainment. Few know about Fantasia 2006, planned sequel with segments already in development. Short films like One by One and Distinct, a collaboration with Salvador Dali, hinted at what.
I'm fascinated by what Fantasia 2006 could have been. A lost dream.
Budget cuts and shifts in Disney's strategy shelved the project. In 2014, Disney Interactive released Fantasia. Music evolved, emotion, controlled video game. Players became the conductors shaping music with gestures. It wasn't traditional Fantasia, but the spirit remained.
It was wild, remixing Queen or Vivaldi mid-performance. That's next-level interactivity.
2 live-action films carried the Fantasia spirit forward. The Sorcerer's Apprentice 2010, inspired by Mickey's iconic segment, and The Nutcracker in the 4 Realms 2018, based on Tchaikovsky's ballet.
They leaned into fantasy and orchestration. Not perfect, but homage worthy.
Then came a fan renaissance. Fantasia 2025, viral YouTube film, revived the concept with original animation and tracks like Paris Palomas, the rider blended with digital symphonies.
People cried it was poetic and philosophical, like peak cinema.
Fantasia 2026 dared to be different. Themed around the Assassin's Creed universe, it fused Ezio's memories with Bach and Middle Eastern motifs. It blurred timelines. I narrated this one myself. The creators believed in the Assassin's Creed ethos: music, memory, legacy. Fantasia 2027 took a DreamWorks twist. Segments ranged from the whimsical How to Train Your Dragon to suspenseful Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken, all framed by rich orchestrations.
I hosted this one. DreamWorks scores are criminally underrated. They sing.
Fantasia 2028 brought it full circle. A celebration of Disney's legacy with symphonic hits on The Lion King, Milo and Stitch, and Mona.
It was emotional, like coming home.
And now, Fantasia 2029. Kaleidoscope of Sony Pictures Animation.
Hosting Fantasia 2029 was surreal, the spider, first tracks alone, electrifying.
Fantasia 2030 built upon the fan-driven energy of Fantasia 2025, daring to explore the darker side of imagination. With a Blumhouse-inspired horror theme, it turned symphonic animation into a chilling, atmospheric mosaic.
This is not a test, this is what you made me do. Got me against the wall and you wanna blame me too. I've lost it all and you wanna hate me too. Pues a verás como nos toca, cause I hate you too. Ahí vamos por todo, ni modo, ain't no taking it back. You hate me for all that I have, that you know that you lack. Invisible to you, it's either white or it's black. So you painted me out to be bad, now I'm giving you that. But this isn't over, it's about to start. I got nothing to lose and everything in my heart is telling me that it's time. I'm going against the odds. When this shit is life and death, then what the fuck is the law? This isn't over, it's about to start. I got nothing to lose and everything in my heart is telling me that it's time. I'm going against the odds. When this shit is life and death, what the fuck is the law? A mí me humillaron, me tumbaron y me patearon. Mi trabajo quebraron y hasta lo pisotearon. Me hicieron sentir menos, me pusieron mil peros. 1000 veces me vi en cero, insultos me dijeron. Pero yo no soy la víctima ni tampoco soy monstruo. Lo que pasa es que la venganza por fin tiene rostro. Por fin yo tengo el gozo de salirme del lodo, de los días tormentosos, ahora sí me las cobro. This isn't over, it's about to start. I got nothing to lose and everything in my heart is telling me that it's time. I'm going against the odds. When this shit is life and death, then what the fuck is the law? This isn't over, it's about to start. I got nothing to lose and everything in my heart is telling me that it's time. I'm going against the odds. When this shit is life and death, what the fuck is the law? This is my story, my vengeance, my side, my family, been here, my honor, my pride, my blood, sweat and tears, compounded my grind. Now I'm blamed by your kind for tears that I cry, but ain't no way around it. You can't relate to my problems, even your hate is what causes most of the pain that I've often had to contain in a bottle. But now I'm changing it all up, I'ma regain all my strength and make you feel inhumane like you taught us. But this isn't over, it's about to start. I got nothing to lose and everything in my heart is telling me that it's time. I'm going against the odds. When this shit is life and death, then what the fuck is the law? This isn't over, it's about to start. I got nothing to lose and everything in my heart is telling me that it's time. I'm going against the odds. When this shit is life and death, what the fuck is the law? A mí me humillaron, me tumbaron y me patearon. Mi trabajo quebraron y hasta lo pisotearon. Me hicieron sentir menos, me pusieron mil peros. 1000 veces what the fuck is the law? Pero yo no soy la víctima ni tampoco soy monstruo. Lo que pasa es que la venganza por fin tiene rostro. Por fin yo tengo el gozo de salirme del lodo, de los días tormentosos, ahora sí me las cobro. Me humillaron, me tumbaron y me patearon. This shit is life and death, what the fuck is the law? Nothing to lose and nothing to lose is against the odds. When this shit is life and death, what the fuck is the law?
Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive.
love you. Do you love me too? There's so many fun things that we can do. 'Cause I love you. Yes, I really love you. I know we just met, but I love you. I've been watching everything you do. That's how I know that I really love you. Some people are awfully mean. I couldn't tell you of half the things I've seen, but that's all over, 'cause I have you. I love you. Do you love me too? There's so many fun things that we can do. 'Cause I love you. Yes, I really love you. So won't you love me back? It really isn't so hard to do it. If you don't, I don't know how I'll get through it. I know we just met, but I love you. I've been watching everything you do. That's how I know that I really love you.
Tiptoe through the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, tiptoe from the garden, by the garden, along the willow tree, and tiptoe through the tulips with me. Showers away, and if I kiss you in the garden, in the moonlight, will you pardon me and tiptoe through the tulips with me? Showers away.
over if you really, 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 really want. I can't fix you, babe. No, it's okay, your recourse is laying in the dark. Rip apart my livelihood, even though you think you shouldn't want me. Call me back to your place, 3 AM, or maybe sometime afterward. We shall see.
Tear apart these timeless seams, always sitting in the breeze. I don't wanna be released.
Kitchenettes and countertops, I am always just so lost, with my hands entwined in yours.
You said this was our time, though times are changing, times are wasting every night.
Lace your legs quietly crossed, always am an afterthought, wanna be the only one. Rip apart my livelihood, even though you think you shouldn't want me. Call me back to your place, 3 AM, or maybe sometime afterward. We shall see.
We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Rip apart my livelihood, even though you shouldn't. My livelihood, rip apart my livelihood, even though you think you shouldn't want me. You want me.
Rip apart my livelihood, even though you think you shouldn't want me. Call me back to your place, 3 AM, or maybe sometime afterward. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, we shall see. Yeah, we shall see. Ooh, yeah, we shall see. Yeah, we shall see.
Bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fly away, fly away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fly away, fly away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
Breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles. Girls with tattoos who like getting in trouble. Lashes and diamonds, ATM machines. Buy myself all of my favorite things. Been through some bad shit, I should be a savage. Who would've thought it turned me to a savage? Rather be tied up with calls and not strings. Write my own checks like I write what I sing. Stop watching. My neck is flossy. Make big deposits. My gloss is popping. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it. Yeah, I want it. I got it. 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 your problems. Must not have had enough money to solve them. They say which one, I say nah, I want all of them. Happiness is the same price as red bottoms. My smile is beaming, my skin is gleaming. The way it shine, I know you seen it. I bought a crib just for the closet, both his and hers. I want it, I got it, 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 I want it, I got it. You like my hair? Gee, thanks, just bought it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. My receipts be looking like phone numbers. If it ain't money, then wrong number. Black card is my business card. The way it be setting the tone for me. I don't need a brag, but I be like, put it in the bag, yeah. When you see the max, they stack up like my ass, yeah. Shoes, go from the south to the booth. Make it all back in one loop. Give me the loot. Never mind, I got the juice. Nothing but never we shoot. Look at my neck, look at my neck. Ain't got enough money to pay me respect. Ain't no budget when I'm on the set. If I like it, then that's what I get, yeah. I want it, I got it. 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 You like my hair? Gee, thanks, just bought it. I see it, I like it. I want it, I got it, yeah.
Fantasia 2030 proved that even decades after its inception, Fantasia could evolve beyond whimsy and nostalgia. Horror, suspense, and orchestral mastery combined to create a new kind of masterpiece, where fear itself dances to the music. As Fantasia entered its 9th decade, the question was no longer whether it could evolve, but how far imagination could stretch. Fantasia 2031 exists not as a finished film, but as an idea of loose, high Fantasia. Unlike previous entries, Fantasia 2031 was never defined by a studio, a franchise, or a fixed genre. It became a creative sandbox, a place where ideas were allowed to exist without answers.
Fantasia 2031 feels like standing at the edge of something. You don't know what it is yet, but you feel it. That's rare.
Some ideas lean toward survival, others toward memory, some toward silence itself. Fantasia 2031 reminds us that every simple is meaningful. If Fantasia 2031 asked what imagination could become, Fantasia 2032 asked a different question: what happens when Fantasia is filtered through the global language of independent animation? Partnering with Kids, Fantasia 2032 embraced films and artists known for emotional honesty, visual experimentation, and storytelling that trusted silence as much as sound.
Fantasia 2032 doesn't rush you. It lets you sit with feelings. That's very kids animation that respects the audience.
Fantasia 2032 reminded audiences that animation is not a genre, it's a medium. One capable of intimacy, sorrow, wonder, and quiet revelation. Fantasia 2033 honored the language of film composition, rhythm, silence, and scale, translating decades of cinematic mastery into pure movement and sound.
It feels like watching the memory of movies rather than the movies themselves. You recognize the emotions before you recognize the images.
Fantasia 2033 proved that animation could converse with cinema's greatest achievements, not by copying them, but by absorbing their DNA. Fantasia 2034 took audiences beyond narrative or fiction. Here, the music guided us through reality itself, the vastness of nature, the intricacies of life, and the courage of human endeavor. With IMAX scale and Warner Bros. Documentary craftsmanship, Fantasia became a symphony of truth.
It's staggering. You don't need characters or plot. The world itself is the protagonist.
As we entered the 11th year, the Nexus transformed once again. We moved away from the fixed lines of traditional cinema and into a world of infinite reconfiguration. In 2035, the brick became our brushstroke. By translating the legends of Ninjago, Star Wars, and Minecraft into a single cohesive language, we proved that imagination is modular. It taught us that no matter how many pieces a world is broken into, they can always be rebuilt into something new.
Okay, 2035 was basically us getting to be kids again, but with a massive budget. We spent a decade dealing with realistic worlds, so jumping into the LEGO segments was like a shot of adrenaline. The technical side was a nightmare though, trying to make the physics of Ninjago match up with Minecraft and Star Wars. It was like trying to organize a toy box during an earthquake, but seeing it all click together, that was the moment I realized the Nexus could handle literally anything.
But every great symphony requires its movements of darkness. In 2036, we turned our gaze toward the master of horror. This was not merely an exercise in fear, but a study of the human condition under pressure. From the long, grueling walk of endurance to the haunting legacies of the Overlook in Derry, we explored the resilience of the soul. We walked through the fog, not to get lost, but to find the strength that only exists in the shadows.
2036 was a lot. It was the first time in the whole roadmap where I felt like the Nexus was actually staring back at us. Naue really took the lead on the darker vibes, and I'm glad she did. Dealing with the Long Walk and Pet Cemetery back to back, it's not just horror at that point. It's an endurance test. It was heavy, but it gave the whole series a weight it needed. You can't have a 13-year journey without a few scars, you know? It made the finale feel earned.
13 years. A roadmap that once seemed like a distant dream has finally reached its destination. In this concluding movement, we celebrate the sheer scale of the cinematic experience. We have journeyed from the subconscious depths of the mind to the silent vacuum of orbit, and finally, into the vibrant light of our modern cultural myths. The Nexus has expanded to its limit. And as the final car crosses the finish line, we realize that the journey was never about the destination. It was about the evolution of the vision itself.
This was it, the big one. 2037 felt like we were throwing everything we had at the screen. 1 minute I'm hosting in the middle of an Inception dreamfold, and the next, everything is neon pink for Barbie. It's total whiplash, in a way that felt like a celebration. When we got to the F1 segment, at full speed, that ending, it hit me that this was the end of the roadmap. I looked at Naui and just thought, we actually made it to the finish line. It's the perfect curtain call. I would have changed everything in a second.
Fantasia began as Walt Disney's gamble to elevate animation. Decades later, it's a genre spanning the sacred, defined by generations. From sunflowers to smile, personalization, Fantasia reflects who we are and who we strive to be.
Art evolves. Fantasia taught us that, and honestly, that's beautiful.
took a walk, and I saw the land where I stepped foot for the first time, realized he was a man. So the dog was held some in my hand, 'cause my old man, well, he told me to stop and count them all while I can. The key to life is enjoying the journey when you don't know the end. So let's stay out here for a while, my friend. Let's stay and walk the line till the end. I know you're tired, hell, so am I. We can't take the same road again. So let's stay out here for a while. I took a look and I saw the light where Eve stepped foot for the last time, took the first bite. Born in a battlefield, we stand tall as giants, fight with the wind. Yeah, our story winds up with footprints behind us. So let's stay out here for a while, my friend. Stay and walk the line till the end. I know you're tired, and so am I. We can't take this same road again. So let's stay out here for a while. So let's stay out here for a while, my friend. Let's stay and walk the line till the end. I know you're tired, hell, so am I. We can't take the same road again. Let's stay out here for a while.